What's up, party people? Cheers. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's also Friday. Hang on. You're Friday. I don't get a Friday. And it's game night. So, looking forward to that. I'm going to eat some wings, watch some hockey, then go to work. Update. So, I had an issue. This is the Smok Nord. And I had an issue with the original tank that came with it. It seemed to be leaking, like right around here and somewhere in the bottom. And this would fill up with e-liquid. And there's 3 contacts down there. I don't think the liquid is a conductor at all, but still made a fucking mess. And if I laid it down, it would leave a little bit of a drip. So I did what Scooby-Doo would do, and I looked it up on the internet, did some research, and yeah, it turns out it's a thing with the original pod that comes with the kit. So I went out and I got the replacement pod that came with the pod and 2 coils. That's what it comes with. There's a card in there too. It comes with the 1.4 mouth-to-lung coil and a sub-ohm coil. And I don't really like the sub-ohm coil very much. It kills your battery life. And it doesn't hit like this one hits. This it's either 1.4 or 1.6. I don't know. I picked up a pack of those too. I don't know what I did with them. Anyways, so yeah, the replacement pod doesn't leak. I also found out that they have a 3rd coil, a ceramic coil, to use with your, let's say, CBD. I won't use it for CBD. I will use it for THC. Because I'm in Canada, I can do that. Yeah, so I'll make some vape juice out of some shatter or some crumble or some hash. Stick it in my vape, and it's, if you've heard of the C-cell, it's that same kind of thing, a ceramic coil. Still 1.4. So, and I do have a C-cell from Apex Labs. And that thing works fucking great. But they don't last very long, and they're kind of disposable. And if you're not careful when you buy them, you might buy the ones where when you put the cap on, the cap stays on, and if you try to pull it off, it kind of breaks a little clip inside and you can't put it back on properly. They do have ones that screw on, caps that screw on, so you can refill them a bunch of times, but I mean 5 times, and they're only, the biggest one is 1 mil, and this is 3 mils. So if I bought a gram, if I got a gram of shatter and used 2.5 milliliters of whatever it is I'm going to use, usually like the wax dissolver, or just you can use straight PG or PEG 40, PEG 100. That'll fill it up just perfectly, and it would last a long fucking time because you can only get so high. And Survivor season 38 episode 2. So if you didn't see it, spoiler alert, I'm going to talk about it in about 5 seconds. So, the fucking ending of the last episode, episode 2. What the fuck? So, Keith gets a fucking second chance. He gets voted out, gets down to the end of the fucking walk, and he's confronted with the sign. If you want a second chance, go this way. If you want to just quit, go that way. And he starts praying. Odin, please. Odin, Jesus, Ra, fucking Buddha, please. Help me, help me. fuck. You're on Survivor, dude. How many people want that shot to be where you're at? And now you got something you got to think about, and that something is a second chance. I instantly wanted him to go home because of that. Because that should have been a fucking no-brainer. You get a second chance after you're voted out, you fucking take it, man. It's just fucking completely baffling. Like, look at how Reem reacted when she got there. She was like, yeah, fuck these idiots. Fucking yeah, fuck yeah. So we still don't know what's happening with that little island of solitude. I'm thinking maybe they're gonna get enough people on there to make a third tribe, and then when the merge hits, because everybody thinks those guys are gone, when the merge hits or the tribe split, the shakeup, maybe they're gonna bring those guys back as a third tribe, which would be all right. That'd be all right. They don't have a shelter, but she's got a machete, they've got a well, coconuts, like everything everybody else really has, except they don't have a chance to win anything yet. But they might. Maybe they will. So, I've picked my final four, who I think is going to be in the final four. I think it's going to be Gavin, Lauren, Victoria, and Ron. I have for the final four, because the other four, Joe, Kelly, Aubrey, and David, they'll all go sooner than later. And then Wendy, Julie, and Chris are all annoying. They have those kind of personalities that grate on people, so they're not going to last very long. Rick, Eric, both gone. Devin's going to be gone. Aurora, gone. War Dog, gone. And yeah, I think that Lauren is smarter than she's letting on. So she might be able to like pull out the charm. And Victoria is not as smart as she likes to think she is. So she's going to be the one that skates. She's going to hide behind people until she gets to the end and just try to lay low and be the mouse. Which is fine. I mean, it works. It'll get you to the end. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but these people do get paid. I don't know how much they get paid, but you get paid even if you're voted out day one. I think you still get like $3,500 or something. So the longer you last, the more money you get. And obviously $1 million if you're first, and I think it's $150 for second and $50 for third, and then it just scales down per diem after that. I can't remember. So I mean, you don't fucking lose as long as you don't make yourself out to be a fucking idiot. You really can't lose. Yeah. So that's Survivor. And I hope I am right, because if all of my people get voted out, then I automatically lose and I can't re-pick anybody. Still don't know what my punishment? I don't know if it's punishment. Still don't know what it's going to be if I do lose. I'm hoping it's something like I have to service her and all of her friends. But that's not very realistic. It's hopeful, but not very realistic. But I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. If she loses, I think think I'm gonna ask for like a pass, a free pass to bang whenever I want, wherever. Then we can have some public sex. Go fuck in the car or in an elevator or something like that. Because I haven't done that in a while. And it's fucking fun. In the back of a cab, a dirty old cab. Get a blowjob in the back of a cab. That's worth playing for sure. Yeah. Any hoodles. So I mentioned before, I got this co-worker friend of mine. Super awesome. She's got a really good head on her shoulders. She's really funny, easy to talk to. We have some great fucking conversations. And she's very conservative, but easygoing. She's got a great home life with her and her boyfriend, and they got a new puppy, and they're buying a new house. And she seems like totally happy all the time. But last night, our conversation, it usually ends up with her talking about, or asking me about why I'm single, why I don't date, that kind of thing. And so we get into it, and an interesting thing she says is, well, what do you do when you get depressed? I'm like, I don't get depressed. What do I have to be fucking depressed about? She's like, well, everybody gets depressed. I thought about it. I was like, fuck no, man. I don't get that. Pretty fucking happy. Pretty goddamn content. And sorry if I sound ignorant about the whole depression or mental illness in general or anything like that. I don't know anything about that. I wouldn't even know if I was crazy. But I think that's the whole point. When you're crazy, you don't know. So if I sound ignorant, forgive me. I'm ignorant. Cheers. So when I said, well, I don't get depressed, she's like, really? Huh. I'm like, well, what do you mean, huh? Because I kind of took it like, well, shit, Jimmy. If anybody's depressed, you should be depressed. Well, why? Fuck. My life is fucking complete gravy. I work a fucking job that I fucking love. I have all the fucking free time to myself I want. My fucking bills are all paid. I do whatever I want, whenever I want. I'm getting laid. I fucking eat out. I have fucking tons of fun, man, like all the time. There's nothing to be depressed about. So she's like, yeah, I guess so. It kind of got me concerned because that was her go-to. That was the first thing she asked. And usually when people are very comfortable or very drunk or very angry, they just kind of say the first thing that's in their head. So I guess the first thing in her head was fucking depression. That's not good. I hope she's not fucking depressed, because from the outside looking in, she's got everything. She's got a fucking great life. But then again, I don't know what causes depression. I don't know anything about it. So who fucking knows? So I can't speak on that. I can tell you why I'm so happy though. Why my life is fucking great. It started with the job. Because a lot of your life, if you're a working person, is going to revolve around your job. And if you're just doing something to pay the bills, or doing something you don't like doing for money, you're not going to be happy. You're going to end up taking that shit home, or over to your partner's house, or taking it out on your friends or your family or shit like that. So a long time ago I decided I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to work anywhere that doesn't bring me happiness, joy. So I quit working in television. I started working in the field that I'm working in now. And for those that know me, you know exactly what I do. And I do something that people would do for free, but I get paid for it. And I make more money than you think I make. I work in the pet industry, and people love their fucking pets. People spend money on their fucking pets. So when I tell people what I do, they automatically think, oh, that's a fucking minimum wage job, but it's not. So I do okay. I think just with my fucking overtime, I'm above. I could live on my overtime easily. So there's those two things. I'm taken care of financially and emotionally. Like, I look forward to going to work every fucking day. I work 6 days a week voluntarily. I took that extra shift from somebody else because I fucking wanted it. So I've been working 6 days a week for the bill a year and a half, and I wouldn't stop. Not unless if something incredible came along, it would have to be pretty fucking incredible. And I'm not saying I don't have bad days, and the boss doesn't have bad days, and some days are better than others. And there are issues here and there, but whatever. In general, fuck, for what I do, man, there's a lineup at the fucking door for volunteers where I work. People want to do it for free. So that's how awesome my job is. So that's a huge part of what makes my life completely fucking bearable, is looking forward to going in every fucking day. I guess the second part is I stopped having expectations of other people. I'm pretty good at pattern recognition, and at one point a few years ago, I realized that there was one thing all of the women I had dated or had relationships with, there's one thing they all had in common. It was me. And I was always projecting my expectations on two people. And then I'd end up getting disappointed because obviously they're not fucking mind readers. They have their own wants and needs, and they have their own thoughts and expectations going on in their mind. So if you want to be disappointed, expectations. Having expectations of other people is a great way to be disappointed. As a matter of fact, if you think about all of the people who have disappointed you and you break it down, do some Scooby-Doo, you'll find that it really wasn't them that disappointed you. It was your own expectations that let you down. Oh, fuck, I expected that to be bigger. Whatever. Yeah. So I quit having expectations of other people and started having expectations of myself. So trying to do the right thing, trying to make good decisions, moderation and balance in my life. And I guess the third thing was like personal challenges. I found, like, pick up a crossword book and try to do 10 in an hour, or see how many days you can go just drinking water, or like weird shit like that. Actually, I haven't driven my car in over a year and a half for no reason other than I moved. I now live, it's a 25-minute walk to work, and it's in the wintertime it's 20 minutes to warm up the car and then a 5-minute drive. I was out there scraping the ice off my car one day. It's like minus 20, and I was underdressed because I was getting in the car, and I thought, fuck, this is taking forever. I'm now sitting inside the car, the windows are all fogged up, Now I'm using my fucking bank card to scrape the inside of the windows, and I gotta get to work, and fuck, it's just a huge pain in the ass. Then I'm gonna get to work, which is like not even a 5-minute drive. And then I'm gonna park the car, and then I'm gonna have to do this all over again. Why didn't I just get some fucking mittens and some snow boots and fucking walk? Makes more sense. So I started doing that. And here we are, 1.5 years later. I'm still walking to work. My car has sat so long that the tires are flat, and I think the battery is frozen cock stiff at this point. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with the car. It's just I no longer have a use for it. So that was pretty cool. And that started me on this minimalistic journey. So I'm not like a one spoon, one bowl kind of a guy. But like, if you've been to my place, you know it's very clean. It's very tidy. There's not a lot going on. There's a lot of space to move. I've got a 1,000 square foot 2-bedroom apartment all to myself. Kitchen's pretty small, but I gave away my cappuccino machine. I'm giving away my coffee maker, and I got a French press because I got this old stainless steel kettle. I was like, fuck, it takes just as long to boil water as it does to make a pot of coffee. So what do I need this big coffee maker on my fucking counter for? That's dumb. And it's a bitch to clean. So, gone. And I find the more that I've been doing that, I also threw away like 4 huge like orange garbage bags, like leaf bags, full of clothes. And I donated 2 big garbage bags full of clothes to the shelter. And I know they probably threw those out because I volunteer at the shelter, and I've sorted through the laundry, and none of that stuff was really usable. So they don't really throw it out. They just send it to the Salvation Army store, and it goes on the shelf there and goes for sale. So it's not a complete waste. Yeah, but as a man, I should not have 300 square feet of closet space full of... Fuck, man. I couldn't even count how many t-shirts and jeans and sweaters and hoodies and gitch. I still have probably, I'm going to say upwards of 60 pairs of gitch. I probably have 200 pairs of socks. Like, I have a lot of disposable income, so I would always just buy stuff and just never fucking use it. Or if I really, really liked it, I'd fucking use it until it was falling apart. Yeah. So this is the other part of it, just minimizing what I need and just getting rid of the things I don't need, because it doesn't bring any value. If I haven't used it in a year, it's gone. If it doesn't bring happiness, I don't want to do it. I don't do things I have to do anymore. I do things I want to do now. I do things that bring me pleasure. So, like being depressed, I can't even fucking imagine being sad or depressed. You're like, who's got the fucking time, man? But if you are feeling sad or depressed, you should probably reach out. There's, just Google it. There's lots of people that you can call and get help, people you can talk to. Everybody's been through some shit. And everybody, you're not at the end of your shit. If you're not at the end of your life, you're not at the end of your shit. You gotta a lot more shit to go through. And just remember, you can't always help the things that happen to you, but you can always choose how you react to them. I think that's a misquote of Maya Angelou. And that's the thing. Don't fucking quit, man. Keep at it. I'm never gonna have a Lamborghini. Never gonna give a fuck. Probably might not even own a house ever again. That's fine. I'm gonna die alone. I'm gonna fucking shit myself all over the fucking place. I'm okay with that. And if all my friends dropped off the face of the earth tomorrow, I'm okay with that too. Because without, or in spite of anyone else, I alone am abundant and happy. So, that's for you. Happy Friday. Have a great fucking weekend. Cheers.